Hey everyone, Mr. Voikin here. This is lesson 2.4, applications of percentages. Now there's not really anything new here. This is just a compilation of all the work we've done in Unit 2 to this point, except each scenario is going to be a word problem. So we're going to run this lesson a little bit differently. What I want you to do is pause the video, work on this question, and when you're done, start the video up again, and you will see the work that I've done and the answer I came up with, and then you can compare your results with mine. So pause the video and work on this question. Okay, so let's break this down. So we have this guy named Steve, and he's bought some digital currency, and he paid originally $5 per coin. So that's going to be important right there. And he sold it 1 month later for $6.50. So it looks like the price went up, which means he made a profit. And it says, what is his profit? So what is the percentage of his profit? Okay, so there's going to be two ways to do this. Method one, we're basically going to say he started with $5, and what percentage would we multiply that by so that it equals $6.5? Okay, and method two, we would basically look at it a little bit differently. We'd still start off with $5, and we're going to multiply it by some percentage, but it's going to equal the profit. So we can see that his profit would be $6.50 minus his original, which was $5, so his profit was $1.50. Okay, so in both cases, we're just going to lay this out like an algebra equation. So it's 5 times the unknown equals 6.5. And on the other side would be 5 times the unknown, which is 1.5. So in this case, we're going to divide both sides by 5, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so essentially what happens is on the left, that cancels out, and we're now left with x equals whatever the calculation yields. So we're going to go 5 dividing into 6.5. I'll put the decimal up top. 5 goes into 6 one time to be 5. The remainder of 1, bring down the 5, and 5 goes into 15 3 times, and we're done at that point. So basically we've figured out that our multiplier is 1.3, and that gets us our profit plus our original with that total of 6.5. So the profit was, as a decimal, 0.3, which means as a percentage that is going to be 30%. And on the other side, we'll do the same thing. So we're going to divide 5 into 1.5. Move the decimal up top. 5 cannot go into 1, but it can go into 15 3 times, and we're done at that point. And again, there's our 0.3. So we multiplied by the profit percentage on the $5 to end up with the profit amount, which was 1.5. So again, in this case, the profit is 30%. All right, let's look at our second example, and we're going to treat this exactly like we did with the first example. I want you to pause the video, read the question, extract the important information, and then solve. When you start the video up again, compare your work and your answer to mine. Okay, pause the video and get it done. Okay, so we have a local bike store, and they're going to bring in some new stock. So they're going to take a bike and put it on sale. So that means the price is going to go down. It says it was had an original price of 5,000 MYP, and now it's on sale for 3,500. So if the original price, so the original was 5,000, and I'm going to subtract the sale price, and that is 3,500, and that is going to equal the reduction, so how much the price was reduced, and it was reduced by 1,500 MYP. Okay, and now what does it say here? What are we trying to figure out? What is the discount as a percentage? So I want to figure out how much it went down, and I want to represent my answer as a percentage of the original cost. Okay, so just like with the last one, we're going to sort of have two methods. So method one, I'm going to take our original price and I'm going to multiply it by some percentage to end up with our sale price. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, and in method two, I'm going to take our original price and I'm going to multiply it by a percentage to equal the amount that was discounted, the amount that it was reduced. Okay, and again, if we put these into algebraic form, it's going to be 5,000 times an unknown, so 5,000x equals 3,500. And on the other side, 5,000 times the unknown, or 5,000x equals 1,500. To isolate the x, we're going to divide both sides by 5,000 in both situations. That's to keep these equations balanced. And remember, on the left side, 5,000 divided by 5,000 is just the value of 1x. So what does 1x equal? Well, it equals whatever that calculates out to. Okay, so on the other side, again, we have the elimination of this by dividing 5,000 by itself, and we end up with 1x equals whatever the calculation of that is. So let's do that work right now. Now, if we take a look at this, this fraction or this ratio that we have here, I have 3,500 over 5,000. And there's no point in having all those zeros there. I can reduce this down to begin with. So I can eliminate those zeros, and now I have basically 35 over 50. And again, I can see that 5 can divide into 35 7 times, and 5 can divide into 50 10 times. And there, at this point, you can see we're at a fraction where we should know the percentage, and 7 over 10 is 70%. Okay, so let's take a look at the other side and see if we can do the same thing. Okay, so it says that 1,500 over 5,000. Again, what are we going to do? We're going to cut out, oops, sorry, there was another zero there I missed. Over 5,000, so we'll eliminate those two zeros and those two zeros, and that gives us 15 over 50. I can see that I can divide 5 into both of those, and I'm going to end up with 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 50 divided by 5 is 10. So in this case, we end up with 30%. So those numbers are different. Why? Well, this one right here is the percent reduction, and this one right here is our multiplier. So if we take the original price times the multiplier, which is 100% minus the 30% reduction, we're going to multiply by 70% to get this value right there. Okay, and if we multiply by the percent reduction, we're not going to get the total amount, we're going to get the amount that it is reduced, which is 1,500. So which answer is going to be correct in this case? Well, it says we want it as a percentage of the original cost. It's not asking for the multiplier. So the percentage of the original cost, it is 30% discounted on its original cost. Okay, last question and same format. Pause the video, review, extract the information, make the calculation, and then compare. Pause the video and get it done. Okay, we got this boy named Sammy and he wants to buy a can of soda, but the man at the store says, I'll give you a deal. If you buy 6, I will take the original price, which is $2 just for 1 can, and we'll reduce it by 20%. Each can will be reduced by 20%. And how much will it cost to buy 6 cans? So we need to figure out what is going to be the cost, so the dollar value for the 6 cans. Okay, so let's extract some important information. For 1 can, it's $2, and it's going to be reduced by 20%. Okay, so if I reduce it by 20%, it will be 80% of its original. So essentially what we've got is that $2 times our 0.8 or 80%, so we could write it out as 80%. And what is going to be the new value of that, or the new cost of that can of soda? Okay, well, this is going to be 2 times 0.8 because we can't do calculations with the percentage, and 2 times 0.8 is going to be 16 with 1 decimal place, so the new price is going to be $1.6. And now 1.6 is not going to be the price because that's the price of 1, and in the question it's saying how much will it cost for 6. So basically we need to take that value of 1.6 and multiply it by 6, which is going to be 6 times 6, 36, carry the 3, 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. We have 1 number behind the decimal place, so it's going to be 9.6. So 9.6, and what are our units? In this case, it is dollars right there, and that is the final answer. Okay, that's the end of this lesson, and we'll see you in class.